Hoje eu vou dar pro novinho. Pode, pode, a Laricinha. O novinho me olhou.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Oh, let me turn that on. Oh. Let me pop this out, get everything set up. Because it's still left over from last week when we had 4 people on here.
Didn't talk about anything but JoJo's thing, basically.
And the NRG stuff.
Oh yeah, the Energy and Immortals leaving.
Yep.
And then you did a good recap video on it. Was that out today, or
Yeah.
did YouTube just push it to me late? Okay, that was today.
Yep.
YouTube's been doing a weird thing where they keep pushing me people's stuff like 2 days after it came out. I don't really know. Like some things I still get right away, and then some things it's like 3 days ago and they never pushed it out to me, and I totally would have clicked the video.
News to talk about. Come on, bud.
Dude, they charged me $1 for a large water at Burger King.
What?
Yeah, they said that they charge $1 now.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, it was $3 if I wanted a large soda, and $1 if I wanted a water.
Not gonna lie, it's a little bit obnoxious.
Yeah, I almost walked down to the gas station, but I was like, I just want water. This isn't worth it.
It's
and
like
$1 cheaper than what I'm gonna pay at a gas station.
It's like Chipotle overcharging now. It's like, come on.
Are they?
It's starting to get a bit ridiculous, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, they had that sick military discount, but apparently it just got destroyed. Like, so many military people would use it. They got mad because they used to get 50% off. And I'm not gonna lie, I did it too. But they said they were having problems with military people, like, buying, like, catering packages for, like, 10 burritos and then taking it back for 50% off. And just eating like 10 burritos over the course of a week, you know?
Jesus.
And I mean, that's what I would do. I would go there and I would just buy like 6 burritos, because at the time you couldn't just buy catering like straight up at mine.
Yeah.
So I would go in there, buy like 6 burritos for like, it was something stupid. I would spend like, because it was back then it was like $7 for a burrito. So I'd spend like $15 for like 6 burritos, and then eat one, and then eat the other 5 like the rest of the week. And like the last one, you did have to, like, the problem was you'd have to get enough that you had to get just enough to make sure you could eat, but not too many that you wouldn't get sick of them.
Yeah.
Because the meat will go bad, so you'd have to be like, okay, I don't want to get down to the 6th one, and I'm like puking my way through eating it because I'm a fat American who just wants to have it. Like, I gotta make sure I don't.
Bro, there's one thing that we love, it's a good deal. That's like I was always
Yep.
I was always in the sweet spot because McDonald's had that it was like two for $3 deal where you could do like a McDouble and a small fry for $3.
Hmm.
Two of those is just barely under what I want to eat. Barely.
Yep.
But 3 is to the point where like I'm leaving and I'm like full. And it's like every time I was like, fuck it, $10. I'm just gonna do it. Feel like shit afterwards. But you eat like a king for $10. It's like, why would I not? It's like I'm not hurting. Like I'm doing fine. Muscles
True.
doing good. Like stomach's always gonna be what it is. I mean, why not enjoy
Dude,
life?
it is like strange because I've noticed like I've been just cutting out bread,
Really?
and like the amount of cutting out bread does for you, bro, is like stupid. Like going to like a Chick-fil-A and just getting a grilled nugget instead of a fried nugget, like completely bails you out. And I was like, bro, this is so much worse, but I feel so much better. But the dopamine just isn't there. So you're just
No.
sitting there like, this sucks, but this is at the same time so good.
I don't think I could ever cut out the breading on it. I really don't.
It's tough. I mean, cutting out the bread, like, I just try not to get sandwiches anymore. I try not to get, like, if I go to, like, a Chipotle, it would be a bowl. But it's, like,
that's my thing is, like, eating
drop.
eating Japanese kind of helped me get used to that. Because it was, like, before you would always get, like, a burrito, you wanted, like, the breading with it. But, like, then I would get what's called, like, an oyakodon bowl, which is literally
Okay.
just rice, onion, egg, chicken. That's
Mhm.
it. And, dude, it was so healthy. And it tasted so good. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can get now that I've gotten the taste for it, like I can get used to this. So then
Yep.
like the Chipotle bowl now is just I don't know if the beans are healthy or not. That I'm not sure on. But like white rice, pinto beans, chicken, peppers and onions, so you have some vegetables in there. Then mild corn and lettuce. No cheese, nothing else on top of it. And like
Yeah.
I'm good.
It's so difficult, bro. It's just tough without that burrito in your hands. Their
Was
burrito just
was it
works.
Bo Burnham that said I'd rather blow my dad than eat a burrito with a fork? I'm pretty sure it was him that said that.
That's so good.
Wait, you've never seen this? Hold up.
No.
All right, we're gonna watch this together. This is part of the crossover podcast. Welcome everybody. You get the full experience.
True. We've gone full circle now from talking about Cedine and JoJo to now talking about food. Dude, this is our second night in a row talking about food. We're really...
We are as
We're getting
American as it
lost.
gets.
We are.
Let me minimize that out.
Dude, I forgot when he just... I forgot about how big that was.
I can't believe you've never seen this. This is mind blowing. That you have no idea what I'm talking about here.
I went to Kanye West's recent tour, the Yeezus tour. It was a big, dramatic, theatrical show. He did something very strange at the end of his show where he ranted for like 20 minutes. It was kind of a rant, kind of a song. Fitting my hand inside of a Pringle can. You think you can?
Where's it at?
So I can finally have some.
Alright, here we go.
I don't go to the gym because I'm self-conscious about my body. But I'm self-conscious about my body because I don't go to the gym. Irony can be so painful. That's a catch-22. Let's do this. I went to Chipotle. Got myself a chicken burrito. I went down the line, I got like all these ingredients, and then at the end of the line, the guy tried to wrap the burrito, but half of the shit inside the burrito spilled out. He still wrapped it. I was like, dude, you should have warned me. You're a burrito
Yeah,
expert. You should have
I
told me
forgot
halfway
about this,
through.
bro.
Hey man, you
This is
might
so
be
good.
reaching maximum burrito capacity here. Do you think I want a messy burrito? No one wants a messy burrito. The whole appeal of a burrito is that all of the ingredients are contained within the confines of the tortilla. I wouldn't have gotten half this shit if I knew it was gonna fit in the burrito. All right, look. I wouldn't have got the lettuce if I knew it wouldn't fit. Wouldn't have got the cheese if I knew it wouldn't fit. Wouldn't have got the peppers if I knew they wouldn't fit. I wouldn't have got half of it. Like, I'm okay with small mistakes. If you got no more chicken, I'll take pork. But I'll blow my dad before I eat a burrito with a fork. Wouldn't have got the lettuce if I knew it wouldn't fit. Wouldn't have got the cheese if I knew it wouldn't fit. Wouldn't have got the peppers if I knew they wouldn't. Man, I wouldn't have got half of it. Half of it.
Oh god.
Oh,
Alright.
gosh.
Alright.
Dude, I forgot how good he was. Where did he go? Did he make more after that?
He did. You don't remember like the COVID special?
I know the
called-
COVID one. Yeah, you're right.
That was his comeback because he at the end of that thing he talks about his anxiety and how his biggest pain is like us, how he wants to like please us, give us the night out that we deserve, but he has anxiety and like he wants to be able to say what he wants to say without fear of anything. And he actually had an anxiety attack in that video at the end while he's performing it. And he talks about how on inside, that was the last time that he performed because he broke down and just couldn't do it anymore. He was literally shaking as he got off stage and just like couldn't, like just anxiety was killing him. So he decided he was going to come back. And when he came back, COVID hit and shut everything down. So he was never able to actually make a comeback.
I mean, he could still come back, I bet.
Oh, he could.
Bro's-
But it's a matter of
bro's
whether
okay.
his anxiety would let him or not.
Yeah, and he's chilling.
He is.
He's absolutely chilling, I bet.
Beans in chat, the transition from this back to League is saying JoJo was in the bathroom because of Chipotle. Oh, God.
I mean, legitimately, wasn't that a C9 joke back in the day?
That was the Vulcan thing. Vulcan
Yeah,
made
they
a joke
would-
at him.
No, I meant C9 loved Chipotle. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Back when all they would do is talk about eating Chipotle. Wasn't that the sneaky thing?
I
Like, he
don't
would just
know.
eat Chipotle, and that was it.
I do not
Maybe
know.
I'm wrong. Somebody in chat would know.
Oh, God. But, alas, here we are.
Yes.
We got our food ran out of the way. If Travis and Cubby have, sports and media talk, we have food talk every week.
True.
And if Travis Gafford and or not Travis, if Monte Cristo and Thorin have like random like rantings about Counter-Strike, ours is just always going to be food in the military.
True.
Which, speaking of that, I have something else that I wanted to show you, but this I can just hold up to my phone. This is my brother.
When it comes to being a drill sergeant, I would tell any other NCO the truth. First
Oh.
and foremost, I love teaching, and I'm passionate about the Army and what I do, so I wanted to go out and spread that into the organization. And that it's a difficult job, but it is the most rewarding job.
Oh,
that
he's
I've ever
drill
had the
sergeant.
opportunity.
Yeah, he
Being a
won
sergeant
Drill
so far
Sergeant
has
of the
been a
Year
thrill
for
of
the
my career as
entire
an
like
information officer.
South,
But I just
like
exposed me to
Southeast.
all
Dang.
He's now nominated for like Drill
different
Sergeant of the Year.
situations and stressors that I never had to face before.
Dang. That's insane. That's really cool.
Yeah. So I knew you would appreciate it. You're one of the only people that I know that like in the space that would actually like understand like
Yeah.
Drill Sergeant of the Year shit.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough gig, bro. They legitimately work like 80 hours a week. I don't even know how they do it.
Dude, he's a freak. Dude is
I mean, I bet.
I mean
Is
he's
he
got
married?
Yeah. Well no, not married. They just got engaged this past like Christmas.
Dang. That lady's a saint.
We
Like,
love
she's a legitimate saint. She's probably awesome.
we love Maddie. What's great is
I was
like
gonna- I would bet.
without like speaking on his like political beliefs, he's military. You can kind of do the math to a certain extent.
Oh yeah.
Maddie is like, she's going to be a lawyer and is like left leaning.
Oh,
And it's like,
dang.
dude, it is like, they are like, but I think it works out well in the same way that like Emily and I work well, where like it is opposites in many ways to the point where like you challenge each other, and the challenge is what keeps it fun.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they had a great time talking about that. We have no troops in combat zones right now. Which is like, dude, and when I heard that, I was instantly like, bro, 300,000 dudes just went, huh? Just what? Say that again?
It has been a
Like-
wild few
Yeah.
weeks of politics.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh god.
That was probably fun for them, but I mean, hey, politics low-key though ain't keeping up with League of Legends drama.
No, it's not. For the league drama over the last few days. Like, dude, think about the world that we live in, okay? If Rekkles gets a world skin,
Yep,
I'm gonna shit a brick.
disgusting.
I'm gonna shit a brick, and I'm gonna love every minute of it. I'm actively cheering for T1 now.
I mean, I know you are. I don't think I know this is gonna. The thing about T1 is that they have like, as long as Zeus is playing, that
They have
dude
a
can
chance.
like solo change the outcomes. I mean, Faker as well, but you don't even need to talk about Faker. Like, he's just obvious. But
Dude can't
Zeus
fully
is,
lift
like,
up a backpack.
insane.
I'm not worried about him lifting up his team. He's there for the ride. Like, it is
He still
entirely
though
on
makes
Zeus.
crazy good
He
plays.
does. Like, he's still great by all means, but like he is not full health.
Yeah,
He is never going to be
that's
full
true.
health again. So like if they're going to win, it is entirely on Zeus, and if it shifts towards the bot lane meta, then Gumiusi to carry. An owner just can't chuck away games. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
Which I don't know if Guma right now is in the form he needs to be in.
Yeah, I agree.
To
But
kinda do
here's
that
the thing:
job,
is like
but
Worlds for them, they
maybe.
step it up.
Yeah,
Every
Oh,
time we get to
that
like
is
an
true.
international competition, they seem to find that gear.
they do.
So I'm not going to write them off. As for whether Rekkles will play or not, look, the ultimate irony, which I need to have happen. Okay, Fnatic pulls off just the miracle play. Okay, goes 2-0 to start. Beats like I don't know who they would play in the first round. I know it's not T1. I think T1 actually plays TL in the first
Yep.
round more than likely. But Fnatic gets the lucky draw, goes 2-0. Okay, T1 starts 2-0, and the two draw each other. Bam, Rekkles game 1 versus Fnatic on T1 side. Dude, it would hit so hard.
It
Oh
would
my
hit
God.
hard. I will say, like, there's no way they do that because of how much worse he is than Carrier, but it would hit hard.
But it's a best of 3, so you can like just
No, yeah,
go in for a
yeah, you
game.
can play with it. If it's Fnatic, they're
And
not very good right now.
The thing is, it would throw them off their game so much. I refuse. Like, this is one of those few times where, like,
Maybe.
you could say, oh, just subbing in a support really doesn't make a difference. Bullshit. The second Rekkles steps on that stage against Fnatic, all eyes go to bot lane immediately. And, like, there's going to be a
Yeah.
little bit of distraction in everybody's mind the entire time.
Well, that pressure on Noah would crush him. I
Oh,
mean,
my God, yeah.
from everything we know about Noah,
Pull
I
out the
don't think
Senna,
it would go
too.
well for him. Yeah. Yeah. That would be something.
It would be.
I mean, I hated when people were trying to say like NRG should try to get Rekkles because of branding and like have him play support, because I was hearing it from a lot of people like Rekkles should come over to NA as a support.
I would like for him to come over to NA as support.
It's just I don't think he's great. I understand people just want it for branding, but I think it's one of those things where it would happen and like it would be like low key, it would be like awkwardly disappointing, like that meme stream dream team,
Yep.
when everybody was like, "This is gonna be so fun," and then they just kept losing, and everyone was like, started getting spiteful and hateful towards them. Like that's how I feel like it would go.
I mean,
I mean, maybe he'd be better than I think, though.
he'd be more likely to go to Europe anyways. I don't see him coming to North America.
Very true.
So,
Maybe with Berserker though.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting
Berserker
one.
loves his European range support players.
You're not wrong. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it ends up going. I'm trying not to think about like roster mania all that much. Like I'm trying
Just stay on Worlds.
stay on Worlds. That's my goal. Like try and avoid it. The only thing that I will say that makes me happy is Papa Smithy put in Discord that I'm telling you now I will not take Jojo Pune over Quad. I was like, oh
Really?
yeah, his words. And hang on, I'll look it up real quick because Arsh tweeted it out.
Wow.
He snapshotted it.
That's kind of insane.
Papa Smithy said, quote, already gone on record in here that I will not be going with Jojo Pune over Quad. That was 2 days ago. So.
Do you believe him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I do. I don't think
Because
Papa Smithy is not
Papa's
done.
the truth there? Okay.
He would not put something like that in chat. Unless like Quad wanted to leave and like there was like extenuous circumstances that changed afterwards. But like if he had a straight up like choice between the two, I doubt he would.
I was gonna say, is this gonna age like the C9 video? They're like, our team will be sticking together till next season. 3 of 5 players gone by the by the end of Worlds. Like insane video. We will be bringing them all back 2 weeks later. So things happen. They had to make a video. Things happen sometimes for the better. No.
Oh Jesus Christ! No, I think they stay together. But I don't want to get involved with roster mania. We have a month and a half of Worlds. Let's enjoy Worlds before we worry about anything else.
Yeah, this tourney is gonna be pretty crazy, bro.
I'm excited. I don't know. I think. Okay, do you have a favorite so far going into it? Like, have you made your crystal ball prediction yet?
No, I need to go on there and do that. When is the deadline?
Just by start of play. You have a few days.
Oh, okay, I do.
Yeah.
Wait, when is playing starting?
Next Wednesday. So we will have a set of games to actually talk about next week.
Sheesh.
I know.
Oh gosh.
I know. It's starting already. It's wild. The Linkin Park song comes out on Tuesday. It's gonna be great. I pissed off TikTok. Dude, I made them so mad. For context, I do this video every year. The same thing happens. It's sitting at 53K views. Okay. And way less likes than I normally get for a video of that size. All because I put Burn It All Down as number 1.
Which is your typical.
I've been consistent on that for a long time now.
Yeah, you are.
Burn It All Down number 1, Rise number 2, Gods was 3, Star Walking was 4, Warriors was 5. I think was my I think so. Yeah, and then Legends Never Die 6 or something like that.
Dude, these times are awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Okay.
8 a.m. first series, wake up, get ready to go to work, and you're watching Worlds.
Yeah.
All of NA's matches are going to be at like 11 o'clock. So like it's perfect time for us.
Dude, I hope your boys do good.
I think we will.
I really do.
I think we will. I'm not too worried about it at the end of the day. It's plans. Like, think about what would have to happen for us to fail. PSG, Mad Lions, and whether you want to take the PCS 2 seed or VCS 1 seed, they can all get through, and we could still get through. We could trip over ourselves and still be fine. And I've been watching Quid play solo queue. I'm not worried. I'm willing to go on record and say that Quid is going to be the best mid laner of play-in stage, and it's not even going to be close. Yeah, not even going to be close.
Okay. I mean, I'll take your word on that. I think that makes sense. I mean, because what are playing teams? It's just Mad and Vikings, PSG, PNG.
Yep.
GAM. I don't even know who SHG is.
They're the Japanese team.
Dude,
That's
you're gonna kill. You're gonna kill our
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, is that Summit's team?
Yes. It's Sniper
No
versus Summit.
way.
Yeah.
That's funny. That might be hard for Sniper. Summit's not insane, but he's still
No,
like
he's
a
still
good top
good.
laner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's the best introduction you could possibly ask for.
true.
Because then he'll go up either against Evie or Kiaya. He'll be fine there. I'm not worried.
Yeah,
Fucking
I
it's
think he'll be
Evie.
fine there.
Jesus Christ. Think I'm scared of Evie in 2024? No, I'm not.
Man, he's gonna that after that stage though, bro. It's gonna get crazy for him.
Yeah.
And Sniper has a long road to go, bro.
I mean, he does, but like this whole world is just a learning experience for them. Like I know
Yeah,
they
that's
probably
true.
don't want me saying that. They probably don't want it to be publicly out there, but like it's
Yeah, you can't over expect them to do too much. It's just the reality of the situation. It's not what is it? It's not fun to say, but
no. But
it is unfortunately reality.
yeah, you have to accept, life as it comes.
Yep.
Apparently the Twitch stream is buffering consistently according to people. I don't know if that's the case
Oh.
or not. Chat, let me know if that is an issue. But just in case, we do have the YouTube stream up and running. So I'm not sure
Yes.
if that's happening for people, but
We're not nearly. We're back to our base audience from the JoJo podcast.
where it was like 30, 40 people. Yeah, that was a little
Yeah,
nuts. Was
because everybody wanted to hear about JoJo, and we were literally just like, basically, spent an hour being like, I mean, you won't know till everything comes out,
Yeah.
which is the truth. Like, that's the honest truth. We can't sit there and actually like say, yeah, we for sure know. He's a piece of crap. He's a piece of crap. So C9, without knowing everything.
People are saying that the Twitch stream is lagging. So
Oh. What, you got a 3-minute delay or something?
maybe. I'm trying. I think the Twitch stream might have just went down entirely. I don't know.
Twitch going down?
Maybe. I don't know. But YouTube it seems to be perfectly fine. Maybe.
Yeah,
don't know.
YouTube's chilling.
Yeah.
I just went to your Twitch stream. Yeah, I guess it is buffering. YouTube's chilling though.
I do
YouTube's
not.
better anyways.
I mean, I
Hot take.
agree. But oh well, no Twitch tonight. That just kind of is what it is, I guess.
I
Oh,
mean,
well.
you're not gonna hurt me.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
in here, so doesn't change my life.
I
too
don't.
greatly.
It's saying that there's a poor network connection for whatever reason. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't tell you. But now there's like an error number 2000, so like Twitch stream just appears to be like down entirely, and
Okay.
I'm not restarting. So, oh well. But
Well,
what were we saying?
we were talking about Sniper's
Oh.
road to
Yeah.
through worlds, how it's gonna be tough.
I mean, look, he's gonna get his cheeks clapped once he gets to the Swiss stage. Like, boy's got some work to do.
That is for sure. I mean, we have to remember too, like the expectations can't be too high because, I mean, and yes, this would all suck for 100 Thieves to hear us say, but their expectations are low because they kind of did fluke it in some ways.
Some ways, yeah.
Like,
but at the same
this-
time, like we're here.
I know they earned it, but I'm saying like when you call something a learning experience and you're cool with calling it a learning experience, you know you don't really maybe belong where you're at.
Yeah.
You're just kind of trying to figure things out. And I don't even think they expected to be here, to be honest. Maybe they did.
I doubt they did, personally. I don't think there's any way. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think there's any way either.
you kind of have to have confidence in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's true.
So
And I mean, they have
unironically,
plenty of confidence.
by the way, the Twitch stream is still apparently up, but
I
just buffering
hated.
every 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what's going on over there.
Is it everything on Twitch?
No, it appears to just be my stream. So something's
That
just up on
sucks.
my side. So I apologize, Twitch chat. It kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. PN in chat said everybody's literally missing JoJo's side, but why are they so confident in their own opinions? Brother, go back to last week's podcast and listen to that one, because that's where we actually talked about JoJo Pyun, to which we noted we're gonna make jokes for the sake of making jokes about it from all sides, because we don't know yet, and there's gonna be litigation coming. So I'm not talking about the JoJo Pyun stuff anymore than what we already have, but there will be throwaway pot shots that we'll continue to have for the hell of it.
Yeah, 100%. It's just one of those things that's like you can kind of get into talking about it ad nauseum, and then all of a sudden, like, you're not really accomplishing anything because we don't actually know anything
Yeah.
concretely.
Yeah.
And he'll get jobs. Like,
Yeah.
just because Papa Smithy said we're not taking JoJo.
Like
All that does is make other teams smile.
Oh no, a
to
top
meet him.
3 team in the league is not going to trade out their mid laner who just helped them win LCS. Oh no.
Yeah.
What? Like what?
Who they like, who
Yeah.
like truly fit in with their style. Yeah, they are number 1. So why would you change anything when you're number 1?
I don't know,
Like,
dude.
Unless you just want to. Like, if they want to change things, then fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, do what you want, but
we're still waiting to see what the legal repercussions of this whole thing with JoJo Pyun and Cloud9 is.
yep.
There might be bigger implications here that we don't know. So I'm just holding out
And-
until we learn literally anything.
He might get paid so much money if the legal goes his way. Bro may just take a year off, to be honest.
I think
Doesn't really
that'd be the worst possible thing for his career.
Oh,
That'd
it'd
be
be
terrible.
devastating for his career, but I'm saying it doesn't sound like he likes League that much. TBH, if you don't show up ever,
Yeah.
like, health reasons or not, if you're like always late to something, then it's not really your passion.
Yeah. I'm just not going into it again. I just wanted to address that comment quick so we can get back to Worlds.
That's
but I just
fair.
wanted to let him know. Do you think there's a chance that Mad Lions misses? Like, honest to God.
Mrs.
Plans.
getting out?
Yeah.
No.
This is the year where I
No.
feel confident that they will get out as well, personally.
I don't think any of. I think International League just keeps getting hit hard. And there's not really anything coming to save International League. Right now, like, I mean, wild cards and stuff. The money's gotten worse. I'm sure their competition's gotten worse. VCS is basically gutted. And that was the best of them all. So,
And VCS is
I don't
also
really
being
see why.
folded into PCS next year.
yeah, and PCS really could, like, 2 teams get out, right?
Yeah.
Well, only 2?
I think I don't know how
I
they're
thought
going
it
to
was-
change. It might be 3
Well,
next
it's
year.
4, right? Or something.
Wait, for what?
Getting out of this.
Oh yeah,
Stage.
4. Sorry.
Yeah, my bad. Okay. Yeah, 2 from each group is what I was meaning. So, I just don't see how they wouldn't. And what group are they in?
Mad Lions are with PSG, with Vikings or VKS or whatever the
Yeah.
Vietnamese 2 seed is, and
No.
then the CB Pain Gaming.
There's no way. I mean, it would take an absolute, like, collapse from them. And, I mean, I don't think if they collapse and go to the second one, like that second series, I think they could beat GAM. And I don't see 100 Thieves losing to GAM, to be honest. PSG could beat Mad, because PSG is, like, actually good at League of Legends. Like, for a 3rd seed, against your 3rd seeds, they're a good team.
I mean, I'm gonna call the upset now. I'm gonna say that GAM loses to SHG.
You think they lose to them?
I think the APAC teams are going to look scary this year. Really scary. In terms of like relation to the play-ins teams, obviously. But,
Oh,
like,
okay.
I think that I don't think that either one of them loses their chance.
Yeah.
And I agree with Bustin in chat. It's not really much of an upset at this point. But because of the way seedings work out, it's technically an upset.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like I don't know, with all the consolidation, it's weird. Because I guess theoretically you should be sending better teams, but it's also like all these leagues are getting gutted so bad. I don't feel like their practice is insanely good unless they're scrimming other regions, which I know Japan and Taiwan can do.
Yeah.
Like maybe not perfect ping, but they can scrim other regions and learn a lot. So it makes sense they would. I don't know if VCS is scrimming other teams often. Or other
I mean,
regions.
here's an easy example of that. Next year, do you think there's any chance of like the third world's team that we send from the Americas being a Brazilian team?
No.
Bro,
Yeah, unless the format doesn't let them in, right?
no. So the format,
Like they don't have one auto spot.
they do have one auto spot.
Uh,
I hate it. I hate that so much. If you're gonna have a tournament
I
between the
hate
two,
it too.
just send the 3 best teams from that tournament. It's
Yep.
that simple.
It really is.
Top 4
Why?
teams. Top 4 teams from each. Like do single round robin best of 3. Top four teams from there. I mean, if you want to do more than that, you can. Fine, but then send it into a double elim bracket with the top 4 teams from north and south, and let the top 3 go. It's that simple.
I agree. That's silly. I mean, I get they deserve a shot, I guess. Or
But
we can't be
okay.
cruel to them and take everything from them. But
It's not us though.
yeah, be
Why are we
competitively fair.
getting punished because Riot wants to combine the regions?
Yep.
I get making like
I mean, you're right.
Brazil
We're
is
getting-
getting dunked on, okay, throughout all this, and I get it. I do. It's not fair to them when they're starting to thrive at least a little bit. They're not making money clearly, so Riot's trying to fix the ecosystem, which Riot fucked up in the first place, so that's on them. But like, you shouldn't be taking a world spot away from North America. You really shouldn't. I'm sorry.
Not to just give it to them. Well, they have. Will we not be sending 3?
No, we can only send 2 at most.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Man, that's why people really want to get out.
Wherever you went to, you're cutting out a little bit, so I gotta wait for you to come.
Oh,
back.
my bad.
You're good.
Am I good now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, I'm having to do some work things.
No, you're
But
good.
that's gonna crush like people wanting to come into the league. I feel like.
I mean, I think if you want to come into the league, you want to come into the league. Like the difference between
Yeah.
2 and 3 teams at Worlds, like just like ultimately, is it that much? No, in theory, but it is a slap in the face.
I mean, that makes it a lot harder though to get that branding and have that promise to your sponsors.
Sharpie with a great comment in YouTube chat. He said,
What?
"For my own game's potential esports viability, I've been studying Riot intensively to learn what I should not do under any circumstances." Doubt. I know that it's possible that Brazil will send 2 teams, but I'm telling you right now, it's not fucking happening.
Sad.
It's not. Like I just every world slot should be up for grabs. Don't make concessions. Like if you're truly gonna make this an America's region, and you want it, like here's the thing, they want to treat every section of this equally. They want to give us the same splits, the same formats, the same chances at qualifying for things. Then give us the same amount of worlds opportunities.
Yeah.
You want a rivalry to actually happen? Don't give any freebies. Let us
No,
shut
that's-
out
I mean,
Brazil.
that's true.
And then that will develop a storyline that's like, oh, Brazil can actually like compete. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, because right now, what you have, you're taking a world spot, giving it to Brazil, and we're probably gonna crush them more than likely in playoffs. I don't see going.
Oh,
Brazil's doing fine. Yeah, tier 2 and tier 1 a lot different. Oh, did I cut out?
yeah, you're back now though.
Oh, I was saying that I think we'll crush them in playoffs, so it's gonna look really awkward if like a 4th or 5th place team goes to Worlds over. Yeah, third and
It's
fourth.
gonna look fucking tragic.
Really weird.
I'm predicting. Here's my thing. Here's my prediction for 2026. 2026, they will do away with that rule, but they're only going to have it in for 1 year so that they can soothe over Brazilian fans, and then it's not going to seem like as big of a change come the following year if we're already in that system and they just simply change that one section of the rule.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
But right now, if you were to simply tell Brazil, like, hey, you're losing all your possible world slots, like,
Yeah.
it would be a
So
lot.
ease 'em in.
They would freak out so much more. But
That's true.
I know Riot probably wants to have like throw everybody into a playoff bracket and go from there, because it's like PCS doesn't do that. Like Oceania is now part
Yeah.
of the PCS, but you don't sit here and guarantee a slot for the PCS or for like the other minor regions like a fold
Yeah,
in
for
there.
Oceania.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't give the LJL a guaranteed slot to Worlds. You have to qualify
Yeah.
for the PCS. Like,
I mean, it's because I think they're trying not to kill Brazil with all that Brazil's done. Like, they're hoping they can still keep Brazilians happy. But unfortunately, like, you kind of already made your path.
yep.
You're kind of stuck here. Like, you are crushing Brazil's ecosystem, and you're hurting NA's kind of as well. But you're doing it for the sake of you think the Valorant system is going to work better than the other system you chose years and years ago. So you got to commit at least to whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Which we'll see. Riot's not really huge on committing.
I don't know. Sharpie made a prediction that the LCS and the Americas will end by 2027. I think that's just a narcissistic take, personally. It's not
It'll
going.
end by when?
He's predicting that, quote, 2025 Americas doesn't do well. Fans boycott in Brazil. A lot of NA fans carrying less because it's no longer NA. And then 2026, it collapses harder. 2027, they announce it's the final year. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't think League is gonna collapse. I think there's way too much money in League of Legends
Agreed.
esports for it to collapse. I think more so it's just gonna be like who's gonna be the team that actually picks up the mantle, and kind of like you said in your video today, like somebody has to figure out content and how to build that hype back.
Yep.
Because clearly, with losing CLG and TSM, no other brands have been able to kind of pick up from there and build a rivalry that gets people excited enough, to tune in for a regular season game.
Yep.
I mean, because now, like, what summer split is like a typical drop in viewership, like at some point in the middle of summer
I'm curious to see
split.
how that happens though with 3 splits. And I know, like, there were a lot of people that really didn't like the 3 split change. I think they're out of their mind. I love it.
Really?
Yeah. Every
I'm
split's
not a huge fan of 3 splits.
Every split's a different format.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't get to read this format thing, so
okay. So let me lay this out for you. Okay, winter is just lock-in tournament.
Okay.
Spring is probably going to be best of ones, double round robin, old format, then into a playoff bracket. So LCS as we've known it for like the last 6 years prior to the split, and then summer is going to be nothing but series the entire time, best of threes, best of fives.
And then there's a full season tourney at the end.
Well, summer is that Like the summer split feeds directly into like the end of year tournament. There's no
Okay.
like, to my understanding, it's not going to be that dumb European thing, which is like summer
Yes.
split into like like EMEA Worlds qualification. It's like, no, summer split is your Worlds qualification split. Period.
Can we all agree? I think we need to make a decision here. Do the other two splits count for banners, or is summer split the only banner split now?
No, I think they all count purely because, okay. That's a tough one because you're qualifying for international events from all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the biggest problem that people have with lock-in tournament was that it was meaningless. Okay,
Yep.
fair, sure, but we have 3 international events now, so you're qualifying to an international event with every single one of these, regardless of the formats. I agree with you that summer is going to be weighted more purely because you're going to be playing in an arena. Okay, so it's going to feel like a bigger title. But here's my thing. I view this in the same way that I view Call of Duty Majors versus Call of Duty Champs. Okay? Majors are still incredibly important. Okay? You want to win them. Like, it buys into the narrative for the year. And it's on the community to understand the importance of that. But it's okay to say that summer is bigger than the rest. Like, an America's Championship, period, is like the America's Championship versus, the spring split or winter split. It will be a different animal, but that doesn't discount the importance of winning the 2 prior to it.
Yeah, I think there's going to have to be a thing where they hype up the America's Championship as the big one.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be like the NBA is doing right now. They're doing this in-season one.
Yeah.
Right? They can keep that idea, but the NBA would never try to compare them as equals. Like, because you don't want to diminish what winning, the actual trophy means.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a tough job because you got to sell people on the idea that the other two matter. They're just slightly under this other one because you want people to really be after that one.
And good call from chat. They want me to let you know that the winter tournament is full fearless.
Full fearless for winter?
For the lock-in
That's
tournament.
actually pretty cool.
I know, right?
I hate lock-in, but that can make me like it.
Why do you
Back
hate
in the
lock-in?
day, I didn't like lock-in.
Why?
I don't know. I just always felt like it was kind of weird. It was like, whatever. This is a super fast tourney where I'd rather my team honestly be trying to get cohesion and figuring things out in a real off-season.
Sure.
And instead, they're just playing like this random tournament that I just didn't value. To be honest, I didn't value it.
Sure, because there were you weren't playing for anything, and ultimately a lot of teams were also using substitutes because visa issues were very much still a thing.
TSM always had visa problems.
Yeah. Well, now there's a international spot on the line. So you are playing to go to an international event.
True. That's a good point. What is that event?
They haven't announced the name of it.
Oh, of course. It's only what? Less than half a year away?
Yeah.
Ish.
Yep.
And they don't even know what it's gonna be.
Look,
bro, it's half a year away.
I don't.
We don't even know what country.
We don't even know what country Worlds is in next year, brother. We have an idea. We don't know.
How do you play it? How do you actually play it? Let's say you go full-time content in this. How would you play it to go to these other places?
I don't know.
I mean, as a fan, what are they gonna do? In January, drop and tell me, hey, bro, we're gonna have this sick league international tourney in New York City in March. You got 2 months, figure it out, bud. And I'm gonna be like, okay. I mean, I can't just put that together in 2 months with, a child on the way and a wife. I'm sorry, I got older, Riot. That's my bad. I'm sorry, I'm not just a man who has infinite money pools sitting around that can just leave the house whenever I want to go to.
They assume that the majority of their player base gets no bitches. That's, not your fault for,
True.
having a life, being able to socialize with people and actually talk to women. That's, not on you.
I mean, that is cool. It's fearless. That's a good way to kind of hide the fact we don't know where the international tourney that we're fearlessing for is.
Look, I've made this very public and very clear at this point. There are two things that need to be done from Riot this year at Worlds. Okay. The final week leading up to Worlds Finals will be Halloween week, October 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st into November 1st. There will be a media day, okay, that is talked about that they do every single year, and it'll happen again. They better release every single piece of information for next year at that event. Not only that, Valorant just found out where their champions is going to be for the next 3 years.
Okay.
We better get that commitment. We better. You better come out and say next year is going to be China. The year after is North America. The year after that is Korea. That's all you got to do. Or if you want to add the PCS in there because they're the official 5th major region, go right ahead. But PCS ain't going to be selling out the seats that we can here in North America.
No. And that's also insane. Like, the fact we have to look at them and be like, will you please just tell us where? Like, could you just let us know where you think it would be? I mean, it's whatever at this point. Keep your secrets. But if you could tell us, like, where it would be within the next 6 months, we'll take it. You don't gotta tell us a year out. I mean, you could figure out Super Bowls and NCAA finals for the next 10 years. But, Riot won't even tell you, like, a few months planning. I mean, it's whatever, I guess, at this point.
Dude, I don't
Crazy, though.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
The format change is cool, though. I want to admit that is nice, and that is a good thing. They are doing some good stuff. I think whoever's planning the America stuff, with the fact they had to do 3 splits because there's no other choice, and the fact they were forced to consolidate because we know higher ups probably made them. Like,
yeah, they
doing
told
a
them
good
like,
job.
you are going to do 3 splits. Find out how you want to do it, but you're doing 3 splits.
Yeah, and you're right. The execution you said earlier of giving Brazil a slot now and then maybe easing that out later is a smart move. Like, easing Brazilians into the idea you could get cucked out of Worlds because you're just not good enough is probably a good idea.
And it's like, at that point, you're like, hey, you're probably going to be making more money than most of the LCS teams.
Yeah.
No excuse at that point. None.
Yeah, I mean,
You like think about it. You are a tier 1 region now. You are a tier 1 team. Okay? We are all North American all North American teams are competing for that same percentage of revenue from Riot. Part of that is fandom. So if you're driving viewership more than we are, guess what? You're going to get a larger cut of that money. So, you don't have any, like, this year, I get it. Starting in 2026, you ain't got no excuses.
Yeah, there's a good chance that this could, thinking about it now, come back to bite us in the rear a little bit.
Why?
This could be bad. Well, I just started thinking about the fact we're sitting here arguing we should have the 3 world spots should be for just anybody who wins.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it should be, which we both agree. But now I'm thinking, their tier 2 is beating our tier 2. In 5 years, like, bro, when they have more money, a better developmental system, better imports, and we're sitting here going, we can't get a freaking world spot. We're gonna be the ones going, maybe this was a bad idea.
I have faith that will not happen.
I mean, we gotta hope.
I have full faith that I have faith that it won't. And if we do, then like it's so pathetic. And in that case, I become, I don't know. I become a fan of some. I hope Cake. I learned French and become a Cake Core fan. I don't know.
just imagine though, like in a few years, it's just like, oh no, they're just beating us all. What's going on?
Oh, dude, it would be the worst timeline.
It'd be so
cursed.
bad.
It'd be so cursed.
It'd be so bad. And I mean, you gotta think, this isn't doomsday. This is more just like reality. If their tier 2 is doing well into ours, which I get home, field advantage, all that, yada yada yada, like, and they have almost more players than us now, don't they?
I
Like
don't
they have
know.
more solo queue
That
players.
I don't know.
I believe they do. Like this, there could be a path where Brazil does in a few years. This is like really good for them. Like this is the catalyst that pushes them to become something better than just a crappy wildcard region
I
or
mean,
minor region. My bad.
look, give me the Brazilian fans. Like, I'm down.
Yeah.
They could teach us a lot.
Yeah,
But also,
They are
Arcane
good fans.
Season 2 is going to bump our play rate here in America pretty high.
yeah. We gotta hope it gets the kids.
How do I
Yeah,
teach these
totally.
kids?
Yeah, we want the children to play games. League of Legends, in particular, not anything weird.
You're treading very weird territory there. Oh, God.
The gamers want your kids to play games.
Ugh. You never answered the question from earlier, though.
Oops.
Who do you have winning it all for Worlds?
Oh yeah.
It took us like 30. You realize it's taken us about 35 minutes to answer that question, right?
Gen G.
Really?
Yeah, I think that the loss pushed them in the right direction.
You don't think the meta's shifting away from Gen G's favor?
No, sir. No. It's either Gen G or it's BLG.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. So why aren't you're Mr. LPL Homer over here? Like,
Because
what happened?
I've been liking Korean League of Legends a lot lately. A lot of people hate it because T1 sucks now, and it pisses them off. And I like LCK when it's not just having to watch crappy T1 fans sit there and be way too happy because they've had too much good in their lives. So it's more fun to watch it.
You made a real
think
quick
Hanwha
clarification on the T1 fans there.
What?
You're like, I don't want to see crappy T1 fans.
Yeah, I don't like crappy T1 fans. I like T1, I like Faker. I like all their players, and the fact that they like constantly are really good at CSing is really cool to watch, and the way they play turret plating is sick. But their fans are way too happy, so I just enjoy when they lose because I know like, oh, that person who bandwagoned onto this team didn't pay off.
Yeah.
That's good. But I mean, I know Hanwha Life is going to be like a favorite probably for a lot of people because they just won LCK.
I think they'll be like third, at best third. I actually think most people put them fourth. I think people
Really?
like if I had to pick or if I had to guess, I think it's gonna be Gen G 1, T1 2 due to pure popularity.
What?
BLG like it in terms of crystal ball predictions, like people actually predicting teams to win.
Okay.
It'll be Gen G 1, T1 2 because T1 fans will carry a ton of weight there. BLG 3, assuming like we exclude Chinese like pick'ems because Chinese pick'ems will unanimously pick Chinese teams. And then I think Hanwha Life 4.
Hanwha Life 4. That makes sense, I guess. That does make sense because I guess Koreans are voting in the same one we are.
Yep.
Okay, then yeah, that's how it'll be. T1 too, bro. That's silly business.
There's so many fans.
I
though.
know there's so many of them. That's why it's good when they lose. But because it's better because they'll come back next year. We don't need them to be happy. We need other fans.
I don't know
happy.
if Faker's coming back next year, but we'll see.
Well, the fans will come back.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Well, we'll see. If Faker's
we'll
gone,
see.
maybe all those bozos will finally go away. go away. I'm just gonna act like an old man about him. Be like, this is good. The esports falling apart. We can't get sponsors because Faker's gone. But now I have to listen to these idiots talk and be happy. Just go full angry old man.
Jake, I'm excluding Chinese pick'ems because they outnumber us so heavy that it would just be like if you included the Chinese
just
pick
BLG.
rates, it'd be BLG and all 4 LPL teams at 1, 2, 3, 4, just because they outnumber us by such a large amount. So like I'm only excluding them in this example for the sake of like talking about everybody else in the world where we can't skew the population.
Yep.
So that's...
I will say I like Top a lot.
With Jackie Love?
Yeah.
You like Jackie Love at Worlds as of late? Really?
Well, I mean, I think Jackie Love's a really good player.
At Worlds?
Yeah, he's fine. He's won a Worlds.
When?
Hasn't he?
He has, but when?
Yeah, I know it was a long time ago.
Exactly. Like it's 6 years ago, and I've seen him choke
You started to
many
make,
times.
bro. You said when, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, has he not won? Is my brain off? I was like, but Jackie Love's not really what I'm loving. I like Cream a lot. I think Cream is really
I think
good,
that's fair. Yeah.
and I think this meta is pretty fine for a Cream type player.
I would
Still can't believe
Yeah.
TSM almost had Cream at one point, but Peter Zhang attacked.
Got
That was the
Kaido.
thing. Yeah, that was the thing. But I think Cream is like really good. Jackie Love's good. Their team is fine. I know people are gonna be like, well, you're gonna say they're chokers, whatever. They have all these problems and they're never gonna be able to get up to the LCK's level right now because LCK is so good right now. But I mean, sometimes China surprises. Sometimes China comes out here and they just completely pop off. And you got to remember, there's one very important thing in its European solo queue. They hate the Koreans.
Yep.
They don't hate the Chinese as bad, from what we hear. They could be being just as mean to the Chinese, which I will say, crazy thing. I don't know how Europeans have somehow turned inting players' games, like based on the country they're from, into a funny meme. I don't know how they pulled off that PR stunt.
I don't know.
Good for them. But like that's crazy that they really complained about M&S's thing. And then they come out here and they go, we int a whole country because of who the people are. It's pretty funny, actually. And then when you go over there, they're like, will you just go home? Will you leave us alone, you annoying piece of crap? They go, whoa, that's pretty bad. Why would you say that to me? I find that insane that they've PR pulled that off. Like, it's crazy, bro.
And the worst part, who won Worlds the last time we were in Europe?
Probably LCK. I don't know. LPL?
2019.
It's been that long since they've been in Europe. Who was it?
FPX.
Yeah, that makes sense. See, maybe my Europe theory is really good. I had no backing behind it at all. I did zero research, and that thing's right. No. So it's working.
It was...
I know. I need to get in the lab this week. I'm going to be off this whole week, so I think I'm just going to watch a ton of LPL games and LCK games and like just figure out who I actually like and see who I think will win. And that'll be how I crystal ball this.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, I picked Hanwha.
You did?
I think the meta, from what I like, just watching LS patch notes and watching Cadril talk about it, I think we're getting Zeka 2.0. I think that he's just going to be on one. I like everything about what Hanwha is going to do in this meta so far. But I'll be honest with you, this is the first Worlds where I felt like coming in, it is wide open in quite a while.
Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, this one is like, I think it's because the mid lanes, bro. the mid laners are kind of cracked this year. Like usually, there's like some standout mid laners. I mean, the weirdest one will always be DRX. Like that random Zeka run was just whatever, bro. And
But
who was
that's
their
the
top
point.
laner?
Kingen,
Kingen. Isn't he Hanwha Lives, right?
I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, Kingen and Zeka like randomly popping off was crazy. I get they could do it again now.
I was gonna
but I
say,
just
what
mean,
if they do it again? They would
it'd
have
be
won
absurd.
2 out of 3 worlds. Oh, Doran. Sorry, apparently his hot was top
Doran.
laner. Damn. That
Well,
would have been
it's-
great, but
I mean, it's fine. Doran's good. People will hate on him, but he's good. They thing about this Worlds, yeah, is just the mid jungles are like
pretty crap.
pretty nice, pretty nice, and it's kind of hard to sit there and be like, man, I can just pick any of them. Like, obviously, you're gonna be always gravitationally pulled to Canyon Chovy because the name power there.
Yep.
But then you look at like Hanwha and you're like, okay, Peanut and Zeka, that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty nice. And then you're even more pulled because they have Viper in bottom lane, who's like a rock. That's pretty sick. So it's kind of tough not to be pulled to them. I can see how you would be. I mean,
Josh asked, does this meta favor any Western team?
doesn't matter what the meta would be, brother.
Okay, well then let's ask this question. Give me your top 2 performing Western teams and where they finish.
Where they finish? Top 2.
I'm gonna blow your mind whenever I give you my answer.
I'm gonna go G2 for 1. Like one of the teams.
Yeah.
I think G2 could make it. I gotta look at the Swiss lineup. Are we saying like they gotta get out of Swiss?
No,
Or
they
just
don't.
not
I
out
mean,
of
just
Swiss?
what are the 2 farthest Worlds teams? Who are they and where are they going to go? That could be just like barely missing out on knockout stage. That could be, finals. So however you believe it's going to go.
I think G2 can at least get to that 2-2 area before they lose. I would say that's where I would think G2 can get. And then I think TL's floor is probably 1-2. Like those would be my floors. I
But
think
I'm asking ceiling. I want to know ceiling. Where does that, give me your where do you think
I don't know what this thing.
2 of these
What?
teams are going to finish? I
Well,
wanna
yeah,
know,
I'm
I don't want
saying,
to know
I
their
think-
floor. Their floor is irrelevant.
Well, the floor I meant, that's where I think like they would finish.
Oh, really? You
guess.
don't think either of them get out of Swiss stage?
Not really. No. Well, maybe.
Wow,
maybe.
I'm gonna seem
I don't think
fucking
G2
insane
can.
whenever I say what I'm about to say.
I think I want to put TL above G2 though, because I genuinely do think TL can go crazy. And I think they got woken up by the FlyQuest beating. I think that helps them a lot.
I'm gonna say 3 things, which are gonna be very controversial, but I believe in them pretty heavily. The first one, FlyQuest is going to be the farthest team to advance of the West.
FlyQuest.
FlyQuest.
Okay.
I think they are going to reach a semifinal at Worlds this year. Or at least have the potential to get close to it.
What do you call close? Just being in quarters?
Being in quarters and at least going to 4 games at minimum. Second,
Okay.
I think Team Liquid is going to be the worst performing team from North America at Worlds.
Worse than y'all?
Part of that relies on a lucky draw, to be clear. part of that also relies on, I think the meta is going to shift back in our favor. And I do not have faith in Umpty to be able to run a mid-jungle meta at the international stage like this without choking. I could be totally wrong on this. I'm just saying, like, I will gladly eat the egg on my face, and I hope the TL like goes just as far.
Who are the buffs and the nerfs for these patch notes? I'm looking. Shen is getting a buff.
Okay, well, Impact at least has one other champion. Good. But I'm particularly worried about jungle. I'm worried about Umpty at the international stage. I've seen him run it quite a few times now, and it's starting to worry me. But
Yeah,
that said, if T1 was ever beatable, they're beatable now. And on top of that, I think D plus Kia, same thing, beatable in a best of 5 if either TL or FlyQuest or G2 are on their A game. And then I also think, not LNG, who's the 5th seed again from LPL? It's not BLG, it's not Top, it's not LNG, who is it? Why am I forgetting?
I gotta look.
Chat, somebody help me. Who's the 13th?
I'm pulling it
Weibo.
up.
Weibo.
Yeah, Weibo.
I think Weibo, T1, DK, LNG are all beatable from the West.
Give me.
Oh, Paul's got to reset his internet. I actually think APA is hopefully going to perform pretty well. But like my big thing is it's just going to be whoever's clicking with the meta and whoever's able to adapt the quickest. But I legitimately
You said you think that Weibo will lose?
I think not that they'll lose, but that they're beatable. And depending on the draw, because obviously there's going to be 8 teams that get out. You never know how the draw is going to work out depending on how Swiss stage goes. Say, we get lucky and like get a decently high seed. Like TL or FlyQuest goes on like a pretty good run to start everything off because FlyQuest is going to get, in theory, a slightly easier team and could try and make a run in Swiss stage early on. If we were to get a higher seed there, you potentially draw in a best of 5 T1, DK, LNG, Weibo. And if you draw one of them, all you have to do is beat them once and you're in a semi. So I will say like that's my theory on it. And part of that is because I believe that we're gonna leave the franchise era the same way we began it.
I just struggle. I don't know. I need to see Fly's bot lane.
They've been
Does it
stepping
matter?
up consistently. You even look at MSI. You look at their underperformance.
No, I get they've been stepping up in NA.
No, but I'm saying internationally. You look at MSI where like the team dropped the ball. Masu and Busio looked pretty good. You look at Esports World Cup where they beat Fnatic and even lost in, I forget who their series was against. It wasn't T1. Who was their series against? Wasn't it the
Was it
LPL?
top?
I want to say it was Top. But Masu and Busio look good.
Yeah, I just need to see them against some of these guys because I mean they still have stuff they got to prove for me to really sign off on them. Quad is going back to playing LCK mid laners again, and Quad, like he's finding it for NA.
Sure, but I think
But-
Inspired's the X factor there.
Inspired helps. but
Inspired is fucking incredible.
Inspired is very good, but there's Inspired internationally. What has he done?
Great question. Let me look up Worlds 2021. Worlds 2022, I'm not going to count against him because that was the year that Kaori came in and that roster went kaput.
And I don't mean that as a shot at Inspired. I'm legitimately asking. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to say they can't do it.
Wait, who was he playing for in 2021?
Was that the year? No,
He was still in Europe.
2023 took off.
2022, he
Rogue?
came over to Europe to play with. Was he with
I
Mad
thought he's only
Lions?
ever been with Rogue.
No, that was El Yoya. I thought he was with Rogue too, but Rogue is saying it was Marcoon as
And
their
was he
jungler.
already at EG in 2022?
No, in 2021 and 2022, yeah, he was with EG because that was the Danny year, and that was the year that like Kaori stepped in and he wasn't able to do much.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then last year he got
He didn't
benched.
play.
He got benched because of the whole EG roster management bullshit. But he was the MVP prior to that. I remember like the Fiddle Crow Storm.
Mm.
Inspired LOL. Let's find out. Yeah, he was with Inspired or he was with Rogue. Maybe
I don't think Rogue ever did well at internationals.
no, that was the year that they lost to Perks in Cloud9. They choked, remember?
Mm.
They had that massive fall off from the LPL team. That was in I think FPX collapsed.
Mhm.
I mean, either way.
I mean, that's my
don't-
only problem with taking Blippo Inspired against international. I know Blippo had that one run internationally, didn't he? That was really good. Fnatic.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Worlds run back in 2018.
Yeah, but it's been so long since I've seen anybody on that. Well, the veterans on the Fly roster do well internationally, and then the young guys, I haven't really seen anything from them internationally that gives me confidence. Now, granted, they are starting to heat up, so it makes sense that this would be their time to show something.
Maybe. I'm checking.
But I like TL more, only because I think TL got a wake-up call, and that's what you really want. Like, usually it's not the 1 seeds for NA going crazy deep. Usually it's 2 or 3.
I'm checking.
I don't really know. Have 1 seeds in NA really done a ton?
Not really. I mean, to put this in perspective, because I think this is actually like really good context to give. All right. I need to pull up. Hang on, I need to pull up Worlds 2021 as well, just so that I have them all, and I'm not speaking entirely out of my ass. Worlds 2021. Who won that one? That was the EDG versus. That was EDG versus Dam 1 finals, right?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah.
I don't have a list if I couldn't tell you from memory.
Yeah, so okay. So here's my thing. Here's Blippo's run at Worlds to give you full context. Okay. Worlds 2018, he goes to finals. Okay. First year, him and Soaz swapping. Fine, whatever. Worlds 2019. All right. All 3 European teams get out. Okay. Fnatic goes 4-2 in their group, beats out RNG, is with T1. Okay. Who did they lose to? They lost to eventual champions Fun Plus Phoenix 3-1. They took a game off of them, whereas G2 couldn't. Okay. So Blippo had another good Worlds run, all things considered. Worlds 2020, COVID year. Okay. They go. I'm trying to see their group. Their group, they go 4-2. They beat out LGD. They beat out 0-6 TSM. And Gen G top their group 5-1. That was the year that they went up 2-0 over top, and the Shocks monologue happened, and they got reverse swept.
Oh, yeah.
But they were performing well in that series as well. Okay.
Yeah, maybe then. Maybe I'm wrong.
2020,
Could be seen it wrong.
2021. Okay. 2021, kind of a tough year to really criticize Fnatic, because if you remember correctly, that was the year where they had the ADC issue, I think.
Yeah.
They have Bean listed as their ADC. Was Bean the or no, was Bean full time?
Bean was a sub, yeah.
But they went 1-5 there, so not great, obviously. And that that was because that was the Blippo jungle year. And then 2022, obviously things collapsed with TL. He doesn't really get a chance. 2023, he doesn't play at all. And 2024, he's now back at Worlds as the number 1 seed. This dude's got a pretty damn good track record at Worlds, with teams stepping up to play fairly competitive. Other than getting screwed by a substitute situation, he's been pretty good on, or at least on teams that are able to adapt to Worlds pretty well.
Yeah. I guess it's just been so long. I just felt like it's been a while.
I mean, the TL year and the off year made it feel longer.
Come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And like, it's not fair to him that COVID kind of made life feel very long.
Yeah.
Everything post-COVID feels like it was, what, 20 years ago, basically.
Right around.
Like, sometimes you forget, but I guess they could make a good come up. I like TL's mindset more, and the way they push international teams, I think, is really good. I think, like, TL's really close to this, like, you know, they're just right there at the edge. They just need to get right over or the hump, my bad. And they need to get over it, and then they're finally good enough to beat all these international teams.
Maybe.
They've been close. I mean, they were close with Team 1.
They were. I have faith that one of these two teams can make a run to a semis.
Which two?
FlyQuest and TL.
Oh, you said TL's going to perform worst.
I mean, that's just me throwing a bold prediction out there. Because like, if it becomes a mid-jungle meta, and like you're relying upon mid-jungle 2v2 to help run the map.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Quid and River? Huh.
But aren't they adding money to bottom lane?
What do you mean?
Like turret plating?
Maybe. I don't know if that's this patch. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. I just have faith. Like, this whole tournament feels wide open. It feels like anything could happen. And because of that, I just get... I don't know. I feel like a semi is possible. More so this year than it has been in many other years in the past. And what a better way to go out. We started franchise with a semifinals appearance, and Cloud9 made a run. Like, here's the thing. Take yourself back to 2018, okay? What were your... Like, coming into Worlds, do you remember what your predictions were, other than you being really sad that TSM didn't make it?
Yeah, I didn't really have any. I didn't really care about Worlds, to be honest.
Worlds...
I was very sad TSM didn't make it.
Worlds 2018, for those that need a quick reminder, 100 Thieves might have been one of the like worst seeds that we've sent in a bit, purely because I hate freaking Fandom's version of it. 100 Thieves qualified off of championship points, so they were our number 2 seed, and then Cloud9 came in through the regional qualifier, even though like most people kind of figured that like Cloud9 would probably be stronger than 100 Thieves for the tournament. But the point is, like, you go back, we were 1 game away from Cloud9 not making it out of play-ins back then. It was rough. And like the biggest thing that you had in terms of criticisms with them was like you needed time for some of the younger players to develop and like for the roster to click, because you had Zazel there, you had Licorice there, you had the Swole Bros came in, you had I don't remember if Blabber played a game or not. That might have been 2019, not 2018. You had Keith playing and subbing in for Sneaky. I mean, Sneaky played every game at Worlds, but like that roster took the time at play-ins, flushed out the kinks, and then took advantage of what was relatively weaker competition outside of like a clear juggernaut in Invictus Gaming. Like Fnatic looked pretty decent. Like the LPL was kind of like shaky outside of like one team. The LCK was shaky in general. And I get the same feeling this year that like you have 2 teams from each region. I think one solidly for the LPL. I think like BLG is like clear cut LPL. And then you put Genji and Humble Life, in my opinion, at like 2-3. I think somebody has a good meta read a good run and clicks, that 4th seed is up for grabs.
4th seed for sure. I was gonna say I don't know about. I think the problem is LNG and Top are really good. I know LNG's losing Scout, but they're getting Yagao. So Yagao's not like a crazy fall off. He's a stable mid, and they have Gala. That's my problem is I think this is supposed to be a bot lane changed meta, isn't it?
Yeah.
And some of these LPL ADCs are cracked, bro. I know you don't like Jackie Love, but Jackie Love is pretty good with the hands. You got Gala.
I'm
You
not.
got Light. Light is like the worst one there.
I am not disagreeing with you, but I'm also noting that it looks like the YouTube stream is buffering now as well.
Oh man.
Something is just going on my end. I don't know if chat, if you're having issues. Right now, I need YouTube chat to just vet me on this, whether the stream is like okay or buffering. But
Are we just gonna have to call it here?
I think we might, unfortunately.
We've gone pretty good.
YouTube
I'd say.
stream audio is apparently fine, but the videos, meh.
Oh.
So it looks like this is an issue on my OBS that I gotta update after the stream is done. So I apologize to people that are watching on or that tried to watch on Twitch. I'm not sure what's up with the stream tonight. I will get it figured out, and I will circle back on this. So I'm sorry. This is a drop on my ball. Hate to end it early, but at the same time, it's also 11, so we have been going for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I was gonna say we needed a time check.
Yeah.
And that was the time check. I mean, we'll get back in the lab for next week.
That we will.
I'll learn about some Chinese stuff. I haven't watched Chinese League in a long time.
And we'll have a lot to talk about next week. Like World Song will be out. Worlds will officially started. Like there's going to be a lot of things to discuss.
Yeah.
So with that, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for putting up with the tech issues today. Oh, did it fix? It sounded like it might have fixed. Nope, there's still issues. So, yep, that's going to be it. We'll catch y'all later. See you later. Adios.